Good evening, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day. I had day 1 of Success Academy today, and it was pretty awesome. It's my second time actually doing this with Tiffany Peterson. So I kind of know what to expect, but she's changed the course a little bit. Now, the books we read are relatively the same, but the content's changed, and the questions she's asked, even on day 1, were a little different. But today was talking a little bit about your confidence and having self-confidence, because without a little self-confidence and self-esteem, you're going to struggle to show up and do the things that you really want to do in your life. Those were her words. If you want to have a great relationship, but you lack self-confidence, you may show up being, a little too needy or always second-guessing your partner. If you are lacking self-confidence in your business, you may not do the activities that lead to a successful business. If you're lacking self-confidence in health areas, again, you may not do the things that are necessary to maintain your health, like choosing the right foods or getting your exercise, things like that. So she talked a little bit about that. But what struck me in the conversation that she was having with our small group of people today was a question that she asked, in that she said, it's not, well, I don't know if it was a question or really a statement, because I was trying to listen while I had 3 people who, as soon as I put the ear to my phone, had a bunch of questions for me that they hadn't had all day. But it was somehow a statement of, we all have the same amount of time every day. But do we all have the same amount of energy? Meaning, when you say you are getting home from a job, and it can be the job of a stay-at-home mom, it can be the job of working in the corporate world, being a nurse, being the CEO of a business, an engineer, whatever it is that you do. When you get home, you have approximately the same amount of time that everyone else does, right? We all have 24 hours in a day. But when you get home, do you have the energy to do the things you want to do? So if you're trying to build a doTERRA business, do you have the energy to put into your business? If you're trying to reach your health goals, do you have the energy to go and do the exercise and make the healthy dinners and that sort of thing? And that's a bigger question that struck me in the conversation than it was the time aspect, because time, we all have the same amount of time, but do we all have the same amount of energy? And a lot of times the question is, no, we don't have the same amount of energy. Some of us may come home and not have any energy at all, and that's where we choose to get a quick dinner and sit on the couch and watch TV and veg out. And we don't do anything else with our business, our health, even our relationships. You won't have any kind of conversation because you're so tired. Hey, Mary Jo. And in result of that, without that kind of energy, you don't invest into those types of things that you may really, really want in your life. So it got me thinking, okay, well, even a person who doesn't necessarily go off to work and come home can have at the end of the day, can be really, really worn out and tired and just really want to give up and just veg out and watch TV. I get that. There's days when there's days like today where it's been a true test of gravity around here. Let's see if we can all test if gravity really works. Well, I'm going to give you a tip. Gravity works, and gravity works really well. So don't jump off couches. So at the end of the day, if you're totally wiped out, but your goal is to use that time at the end of the day to build your business, get in shape, eat healthier, strengthen relationships, but you're wiped out. How are you going to change that? Because doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result is called insanity, right? So you got to do something different. And one of the tips that she gave is to start your day off differently. So maybe you start off getting up 15-20 minutes earlier, which, trust me, I am no morning person. So this whole concept of, hey, let's get up a little earlier and get this done makes me kind of go, okay. But if I want to get stuff done and not be immersed in kid world, or if you are out there and you have to go into a corporate job and you don't really have time, your goal is to get a little exercise before the end of the day, and you don't have time at your corporate job, maybe you get up and you do 15 minutes before you get in the shower. Doesn't have to be strenuous. I mean, I'm going to do a 15-minute yoga workout before I start my day off. Instead of trying to fit it in sometime around noon, maybe around lunch, maybe this, and this. I'm going to put it as a priority to get up, do a little bit of what she calls a morning ritual. Tony Robbins calls it the power hour. Well, I'm not giving it a full hour. I'm going to be perfectly honest here, and I don't think most people are going to get up an hour earlier to start their day. Maybe you will. If you want to give it a full hour of time to spend on, connecting with your spiritual force, your God, your whoever you identify with, feeding your mind with good personal content, personal development content, and getting your exercise in all before the day starts. That's what Tony Robbins describes as the power hour. And it's like an hour of that whole thing. Now you can combine all of this so that, say you want to take a 15-minute walk. You put a book on Audible, you do a devotional on Audible, you stick your earplugs in, you go for a 15-minute walk. It's all done at the same time. You can do a gratitude journal. You can do a whole lot of things all at the same time that give you the ability to get this all done together. So you're multitasking. But if you start your day off differently, you can change your day completely by giving yourself some very needed me time. You stay off Facebook, you stay off Instagram, you stay off Pinterest, you stay off Twitter. You wholly spend time with just you, yourself, getting yourself moving and growing and doing that stuff. And that will help to increase your energy throughout the day. So when you do get home, maybe you aren't so spent. So I'm going to try it for the next 30 days and see how I feel. Actually, I'm supposed to try it for the next 60 days. So I hope you'll join me in trying this. I'm not searching for everybody to be perfect. Just try it. See how good you feel. We'll keep each other accountable and see if we can feel a little better, have a little bit more energy, and be a little bit more awesome here on the planet. Yeah, adrenal fatigue, that's a stress issue. That if you're not handling your stress and you're not getting out any of your stress issues, exercise is a really big way to handle adrenal fatigue. And it's funny because you really won't feel like exercising, but that's exactly what you need to get over the adrenal fatigue. So you can use all your oils, but really until you get up and move, you're not going to support your adrenal fatigue in any really good way. So the exact thing you don't want to do is probably the thing that you most need to do. And I'm not exactly going to be your biggest, hey, let's all go run a marathon. You're not going to hear that from me. I think marathons are kind of insane. I know that there's somebody that's going to be watching this that's going to try and convince me. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. But I think we can all do, 10 or 15 minutes every morning, do ourselves a favor, and we'll be in better shape energetically, physically, mentally, spiritually. And I think we'll just be better. And if we're better tomorrow than we were today, and then we keep that cycle going, it's just going to be awesome. So for anybody else, Mary Jo's in. If you're in, comment here, and we'll all just keep each other up. We can all report in as, hey, we did it. Here's what we did. And we can all give each other a virtual high five across the nation. And just keep going, because I think it will really help boost all of our energy. And I think it can really be helpful. So hope this helps. I thought it was a really good question. Is it really your time, or is it really your energy? I thought it was a pretty powerful question. So take care. I hope you have a great night. We're going to work on a new camera for the computer and see if we can get it to look a little better. I'm on the phone right now. So have a wonderful night, and we'll talk to you later.